We bought a new home thinking that we would be protected through the warranty program.
It's not major. So far, I like it, other than cheap crap.
And we were really excited to come in and to own our own home.
You can smell it. It's already starting.
Little did we know that there was going to be more problems with a new home than there is with a resale home.
This is really upsetting me. Oh, yeah, baby. Mike Holmes. On the money. Ridiculous. I've decided now to gut it. Take it all down.
Mike Holmes, I love you.
Me too. Unacceptable. God, I love my job. So you think buying a brand new home, everything's going to be perfect. You're not going to have a problem. As a matter of fact, what I'm seeing in the last many years is more people want to buy a new home so they don't have problems with contractors. It's valid. Everyone's scared.
We thought we'd buy a new home to avoid all those problems that a resale home might have and picking up other people's problems, and well, that didn't work out.
You buy into the brand new home, and it automatically comes with a 2-year, 5-year on the foundation home warranty program. Now, this is designed for the homeowners. This is there to help you. But I'm hearing way too many stories that state the opposite. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Gary.
How are you?
Mary Jo.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Look good. How you doing, Lucy? In this case, Mary Jo and Gary bought a beautiful home. They've been here for 3 years. And what's happening? Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tubs and 2 different bathrooms, identically the same, problem after problem. Want to take a look?
Yeah, come on in.
Thank you.
We noticed there was rust in the tubs, spoke to the builder, and they said, sure, no problem, we'll come in, we'll replace the tubs.
So I guess we'll start with the main bathroom?
Yes, please.
Well, you know, it looks good.
Sure, everything looks good
does
from
look
the
nice.
outside. They came in and tore down 2 rows of tiles, tore the tub out and put in the new tubs, and 4 months or so after that, we noticed it was happening again.
What did you notice?
We noticed that the tub started warping, and then the porcelain cracks, and then the water pools in the cracks, and then it starts to rust.
You would have thought after the 2nd tub installation, somebody would have said, let's buy a better tub. We don't want to come back here again. Let's fix it now so we don't have to come back. But no.
That didn't happen. They said, no, we have to put in the same tubs because the manufacturer of the tub is actually paying for the repair.
The vice president of the company and his engineer came and inspected our tubs, and they were baffled.
They just looked at it and went,
This bathroom looks really good right now. I'm not seeing any problems with the tub, but let's go see the other bathroom.
Okay. We got smart, and we noticed the warning signs. So it wasn't a month after those tubs were in that we saw it starting again.
They ended up tearing down all the tile because they couldn't find tile to match.
Again, nice and clean. Tell me about this one.
It's been replaced 4 times as well.
Same as the other bathroom.
Same as the other one.
All within 2 years.
That's right.
Okay, same tub, same tile, same look, same way.
Yeah.
And when they tore down all the tile and the wall, there was mold like crazy.
I'd be freaking. I'd be down there picketing, saying, you guys suck. Whoa,
Yeah.
look at the mold. Whoa. Now, is this on this side of the plastic or on the other side of the plastic?
This is on this side of the plastic behind the drywall. So
It's
So the
between
drywall
it.
on
It's
here.
between it.
And then we said, well, what about the other bathroom? Because there's mold there too. He said, well, there's nothing there, so
They refused.
they refused to
They
do it.
refused to open the walls in the main bathroom.
They refused to take this down.
That's correct.
That's right.
What was their wording?
I'm not taking it down.
I'm not taking it
I'm
down.
not
This is
taking
the
it.
builders.
That's
builder,
the builder,
right.
yeah.
Why?
Because it looks fine.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay. In this house, 8 tubs have been installed, and nobody's learned from their mistakes. As a matter of fact, everybody's washed their hands of it. The builder said, we're done. You're not getting any more tubs. We're not going to keep paying for this. The warranty program, it looks fine.
The field representative came in and said, oh, the tubs look great. You know, what are you talking about? So we showed them the pictures.
Okay.
Not good enough.
Pardon?
Not good enough.
Why isn't the builder covering themselves and protecting you, the single most expensive investment in your life? Why aren't they standing up for their mistakes, like they're gonna say they are. We came in and did this, right? But they didn't fix it.
That's
Here
a water test
what
to
we've
show
done
how the
is
water drains.
We've colored the water to make sure that we could illustrate how it is draining and where the warpage in the tubs are.
And then the water pools.
And the water
don't
pools.
actually
See
drain.
a warp here. We see that it's starting to sink down in this area.
Right.
Why aren't they standing up and doing it better and standing up saying, you know what? We build the best houses and we guarantee it. Forget the new home warranty, we'll cover it. No one's gonna do that, are they? Do you want 2 tubs or would you like a shower?
A shower would be great.
Okay, because I'm a shower person. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
But we want to keep a tub because for resale purposes, a tub is very important in the house. So if you have 2, why wouldn't we turn one into a shower? Okay, let me get my guys, let me get everything I need. We'll open it up and I'll bring you back to show you what I found and let you know what I'm gonna do to fix it.
That's great.
That would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Keep smiling.
We'll try.
Won't be long.
Yeah.
And I
you.
like the way you did this. That is really
you.
good. I wish more people did that. That just shows evidence galore and it stands up, but obviously it didn't help you enough. That's why we're here.
We're confident that he can make it right.
Please.
Please.
Go figure. Like I said, they're a good builder. But anytime you go cheap, it doesn't matter who builds it. That's it. They could have sold this house and nobody would have known the difference. No one. Until we come in and open it up. We're gonna gently remove this. We're not gonna hack and slash. So we'll just start with point at the mirror. We'll leave the light in for now so we can use it. Pull the sink, pull the toilet.
Really nice. Let's silicone the trim on.
Yeah. Your toilet's been rocking since the beginning. Seat's not tightened. This is a perfect example of production hosing. See the sponge gasket, Steve? Because
They're gonna use the wax.
Yeah, because they're continuously pulling these things off, putting them on. Sometimes
Right.
they'll put on before the floor goes in and the vinyl guy comes in.
Right.
And he takes the toilet off.
So it's holding water?
Right, it holds water. So now you have like moisture and you have dampness and it's dark and
Yeah.
And what comes with that, man? Mold, right?
That's right.
PL this up?
Nope.
This is cement board. Now, I love cement board because mold does not like it at all. So we use green drywall and cement board in this one area because this is often the area that breaks on the tub and people see it split. Why didn't they just use it in the whole thing? No mold. It appears to be on the outside wall.
This mirror wasn't gonna go anywhere, that's for sure.
That drives me insane. Why do my pipes bang? Because they're not secured. There we go. See how the tub's installed? This is an aluminum nail, fine. The point is what they're doing is they put the tub in, drive a nail, and it supposedly holds it in place. I think it's the tub installation. So we see your basic cheap tub, okay? All braces, very cheap, thin gauge. We see the foam, and the foam is designed to serve 2 purposes. Because the gauge is so thin, they'll put the foam on it to keep it nice and rigid on the bottom. But they add a spray foam because they're trying to solve the problem as to why the tubs are buckling. All right, so far we haven't seen any mold. Due to the way we see the plastic, we can tell that this was possibly replaced. We see how it was tied in with tuck tape on the corner. We'll see more as we pull this wall. Something that slightly bothers me, we do see great building practicing here, other than cheap stuff. Let's remember cheap. We see the vapor barrier. It is a 6mm vapor barrier. Unfortunately, it is not down to the floor properly. We have the proper building wrap, which is required by code to come from the outside and wrap back up again to complete the seal at the bottom. Problem being, what we have here is because the plastic is not down to the floor with an acoustic sealant across the bottom and tuck tape in the corners, it allows the moisture to come through. So this is going to give us moisture underneath the tub. Air movement, which is what we don't want. So this is incorrect. So far, it's not major. So far, I like it, other than cheap crap. You know, cheap crap you're gonna replace in the future. This is why I always say spend your money right the first time. There's There's minor mold buildup here. Very minor. But we shouldn't be minor. We should be zero. It's just, we see mold. It's already starting. You see that?
Smell it, eh?
You can smell it. It's already starting. It's on this side. We're gonna see the mold simply because we have an issue with airflow within the wall. What is that airflow? We're warm on the inside, we're cold on the outside. When warm meets cool, we have moisture. This moisture is gonna cause mold. This is really upsetting me. By code, we wrap the outside stud to protect that stud from moisture. This should be tuck taped to that plastic. It's going to help stop any air movement, which we really want. To go to the extreme of all of this tuck tape in the wrong areas, wrong practice.
Shouldn't be that easy. There's a bunch of mold.
When they build homes, you buy it by the paint, you buy it by the floor, the cabinets. We're not looking at what we need behind the walls. This is the whole education about this. Why do we need this? So we don't have to come back in 5 times and still see mold. That's why. Let's talk about this exhaust fan. This is a good brand name. This is not a bad name fan. We can do a thorough test on this and more than likely find out it's not adequate enough to pull the contaminants out of the room. Real simple test. You know what? Find me a Kleenex, please.
Mike, it's not grabbing the Kleenex.
It's not grabbing the Kleenex. What does that tell you? This is extremely light. If it's not grabbing and holding the Kleenex, it's not pulling air out. We're gonna replace that fan. We're gonna pull all the screws and the nails and we're gonna gently pull the plastic down. We're gonna put it in a bag and take it out so we don't have so many fibers in the air. Feel how cold that is. That's extremely cold. We don't see the mold. Good sign. That means the plastic was doing its part by keeping the cold on the outside, but unfortunately did not stop air movement.
Well, you can see here we have a little bit of mold in between the, it's actually on the surface of the plastic. Yeah.
Did you get gloves? Okay,
Yep.
so again, surface mold, same thing I found in the other bathroom. Obviously, again, they replaced this. We can see the tuck tape. They did replace the plastic in there.
I mean, it's not a nice job, like the cosmetics of it's not very nice, but, you know, they obviously wanted to, I guess, fix it.
No, they tried. Honestly, they tried. Sean, this is all about the products they've used. There's nothing else.
Yeah, cheaping out on the material.
Yeah. All right, well, just keep taking your time. I'm trying to keep the dust down. Get it all out, then cut out the plastic, wrap it up, put it in a bag, get rid of the tub, make sure Dan pulls that out, and we'll keep that stopper. Let's pull the casing, light, hold the ceiling, cut it. Just at this point, hold the ceiling until we get the new exhaust fans. Get the vacuum, we'll completely clean it up, pull all the nails and screws, and we'll get ready to go new. The builder's good. Buy better stuff and tell the homeowners why you're doing it. They'll pay for it. Obviously, we gutted both bathrooms if you just want to come and take a look. It is a total gut.
Oh my gosh.
As we pulled this down, we found more mold. As a matter of fact, I kept the pieces to show you. Not only did we have mold on the plastic, this was replaced, whoever did it last time. So we find the mold on the plastic, we find the mold on the drywall. The vapor barrier that's supposed to tie into the wall plates here was not tuck tape. So this is going to allow air movement coming through the plastic, as much as underneath the tub, the vapor barrier was not properly secured to the wall with an acoustical sealant across the bottom. This makes it cool under the tub, so cool air coming in, meaning warm air.
I thought I had done all of my work because I had checked out some of their sites, I had gone knocking on doors, I had asked questions of homeowners that had purchased their homes before, and everything was good.
Why did we have problems with the tub? The structure here is fine. There's nothing wrong with the structure. It's nothing to do with the structure.
Even if they said they had a problem, they said it was solved quickly and they were satisfied.
The tub is the cheapest tub you can buy. This is why it was caving in. They even tried to spray foam underneath to help it. It's only going to make it worse.
Right.
This is the #1 factor in your bathroom, an exhaust fan. Minimum code requirement tells us we either have a window or an exhaust fan, and at a minimum, this size is 90 CFMs, 90 cubic feet per minute of air movement. I took a Kleenex up to the fan to see if it would hold the Kleenex. Wouldn't even hold the Kleenex, didn't even grab it, didn't even somewhat pull it. So here's the big fault of the builder, is using bad products. I'm gonna come see the other bathroom? Same thing, we took everything down. The other bathroom was worse on the mold. We only found a surface mold on the vapor barrier in the corner here, but this tells me in no time at all, because it wasn't too long ago the bathroom was done, you're gonna have a lot more mold. So good practices, again, we see the steel plates in front of all the copper pipes, but we wanna make sure we don't have any rattle. We have the pressure release pipes on top here. Everything is very much proper. Problem being cheap products.
I still don't know if I'd buy a new home. I'm not convinced. Not convinced at all.
5-6 days, and I'll bring it back to show it done.
I can't wait.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tell Gary I said hello.
I will.
We'll see you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Mike.
I take down all the wood, 2x4s, take down the drywall at the back. Let's lose the tub board, let's lose all the vapor barrier, drywall ceiling, all the bulkhead, lose it.
Whoa. What they did here was they have blown-in insulation in the ceiling. They did the right thing by putting vapor barrier up, but what they didn't do was tape these seams. So when we go to pull down this bulkhead, they've attached to part of the bulkhead on both sides without taping the joint. So when we pull this down, this is all gonna fall off. So what we're gonna try and do is just tape it up so that we don't get covered in pink insulation. We wanna keep that up in the ceiling, otherwise we gotta get more in.
Tarred and feathered. We'll tuck tape this, then we'll take the rest of it down. Tuck tape!
I will use the same insulation, but what I'm going to do to make it easier on us and give us a good R value is I'm going to put in batt insulation in here. We're going to plastic it, and we'll go back up into the attic, and we'll push the blown in right over top of it, so we have a nice amount of insulation here.
Dan, I think I'm just gonna make my way over there and start clearing the other one.
Okay.
See you guys in the other room.
This fan was rated for 90 cubic feet per minute, or CFMs, and we're gonna put in one that's 110. A little better. It's also just a little bit better of a product. I just beat this 2x4 out so that I have a better connection. And then this slides right over top because I'm aligned properly. And we're just doing this like we always do to make sure that the airflow is contained to the pipe instead of moisture flowing up into the attic.
I just finished shutting the water off downstairs, draining the system. We're gonna move this shower valve, which is at 32 inches off the floor, standard, anywhere between 32 and 34 inches off the floor for a steel tub insert. So we're in the ensuite now. Mike's gonna change this to a shower area. So we're gonna move it to a standard 4 feet center. And we're gonna move it over a little bit because showers are usually 32. So we'll move it to a 16-inch center, 4 feet high, which is a very comfortable height for a shower.
Oh my good God. This is why I always talk about the importance of putting the crown one way when it comes to your vertical studs. Don't just think of your floor where your crown has to come up so that it settles down to a leveled edge. Think of your walls as well, because if I have a crown, say this side is the crown, and it's out this way, and I have this one with a crown this way, and this one with a crown this way, I'm gonna end up with a wall that goes like this, exactly what we have. I'm not even touching this one, forget that. Look at these 3 studs, right? So that means this one here.
You gotta go the other way.
It's thick, yes, so what we're gonna have to do on that one is cut in on that push and put a screw in it. You see my guys do it all the time. They look down that 2x4, find the crown, mark the crown, put all the crowns the same way, and it eliminates this problem. It's not gonna be enough.
So cut a bit more out.
That's a really bad stud. I could just as easily pull out the stud. We do have an electric cord running through the wall. We don't want to cut and do that. This is not a load-bearing wall. If anything, this one here is a load-bearing wall.
Better.
Oh, it's way better. Get the new tub installed, start the drywall, have the fan in. We'll do pretty good today. Cut out here, and move that up and out of my way. Reroute this so I've got at least a 10-inch clearance.
No problem.
Now we're gonna make sure we put a high-quality thin set. This is a modified thin set that we want on the floor. And this will help bond down our Wonder Board on the floor. So we have double adhesion. We have screws and, in other words, mechanical, and adhesion within the adhesive. Oh, baby Bubba, there we go. Now, it says on the directions, and we always read directions of everything, to keep 1/8 of an inch in between each sheet. The idea is that when you put down the next layer of thin set, you'll fill that gap. I suppose it's going to allow for any expansion.
Create a stronger bond.
And create a stronger bond. Very good. It actually bonds the two edges together, which is what we're looking for. Oh, she's perfect.
If we didn't use the acoustical sealant, we could have put red sheathing tape here, which would seal this to the attic. But since we have our acoustical sealant, which I believe is a better, tighter seal, especially over the long run, we're good to go. We're sealed all the way around and at the perimeter down low here. I do not have acoustical sealant here because I have this piece of plastic continuous to the corner, and down I have acoustical sealant at the bottom. Now, the final phase to my envelope is to fuse this across my vapor barrier and his and wrap it around.
It's a metal tub, foam bottom, but much thicker metal. So I wanted to put in a steel tub to show there is a difference between the tubs. So I'm gonna let Dan show you how to put a tub in. So pay attention, eyes open, ears.
All right, sounds
You should
good.
be able to do it by yourself next time.
15 3/4 off the ground.
Now we'll give it some play now. If it's gonna touch the floor or not, it's gonna give it that 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, so the tub sits level.
Oh, that's perfect. So we measure the back of the tub for the piece of wood, and we put the piece of wood at the back. And this happens almost every tub. It gets out a little bit at the front. It's hard to get the exact measurement. So now what a lot of guys will do is shim the front to get this level, because it's sloping down like this. It's wrong. You can't do it like that. The reason you can't do it like that, if you shim the front now, your styrofoam pad will be off the floor. So it's a lot of work, but we got to pull this tub back out, get that 2x4, take it out, put some tuck tape on all the holes, and redo it again.
Okay. You see a lot of people put their board right down on the tub. Mistake, absolute mistake. The idea is to ride your board on top of this lip so that my backer board is nice and tight against the tub and doesn't push out, because this lip comes out further than the tub. This tub is designed to fit, yet we have a space here. So if you cut the board to come down around the tub, it pushes that lip out like this, and by the time you tile it, you can see down at the bottom, it comes into your tub. We secure it in place, and then we're getting ready to put up the curdy on top of it. We will thin set that joint right across here, and the tile comes down to the tub. Thin set is waterproof. Tile comes down to the tub. Water cannot get up and over the tub. If you notice, we are using a proper backer board. Now, I could use this drywall because it's a mold-resistant drywall as well as a water-resistant drywall, but we still prefer to have a more denser board in the back. Now, we have special screws. If you notice, they're a very flat head. They are not drywall screws. We want nothing in the area that can rust, that can fall apart, that can mold, anything. Proper screws, proper boards, proper tiling, proper technique. So you can do this, finish this, do this, drywall the bathroom. Normally you'll see people try and go vertical, in other words 4 feet on span and screw it in, but if we can go horizontal with no butt joints, we don't have to worry about the butt joints here because this is being tiled. That's the way we want to do it. Works perfect, bevel on the bottom, bevel on the top, so it makes it really good for plastering and creates that perfect 90-degree corner rather than being 2 butt joints in the corner and then we plaster it, it just actually comes off the 90-degree.
Time has arrived where we put in the shower tray system. Now we're cooking with gas. This is a contour fit. In other words, it's about 1.5 inches here, goes down to almost 1/4 inch here. So we have contoured so the water goes to the drain. I'm ready to go with my dry fit. And I'm just putting down the thin set mortar here. So in this case, the best thing to use is a thin set that's fortified, that's got glue in it. Because the glue is going to bond to the floor here, and the concrete is what we want for strength. I'm going to make a nice thick bed here for my curb and my tray to lay on. Okay, I really only want to lay this down once. Probably the coolest thing about this product is that it's foam. It's not concrete, it's foam. But it's extruded polystyrene. It's foam made under pressure, so it's very hard. And look how perfectly contoured this just goes down into the drain. The drain line, drain line. It's not like if you were down here with a sand mix, a concrete mix, trying to get it all to go to the drain, messing around. This is a machine-made, perfectly contoured drain. I love it. It's just super tight. And I'm almost done. And only we've been here for 10 minutes. It's okay to join this all together because what we're gonna do is now that I have a base, I'll be waterproofing the entire walls with the membrane system all the way around, bringing it down into a waterproof tray. As long as I use a membrane strip along this edge and I got my water going to the drain, I've got no problem with a leak. Yes, another seam, but again, once we wrap the system all the way around here, it becomes one and we're good to go for tile, completely waterproof. Thing of beauty is nearly there.
So now when you're laying this stuff down, you're thinking about your most traveled area, right? Since the door's there, tub's here, so we want to have no seams on the traveled area.
So your mix should be soupy enough to pour out of the bucket.
What I'm using here is a 3/16 V-notch trowel. That'll leave a pretty good groove for anything to bond to it. Line it up, and we just want to set it right down on top.
I'm going to do this according to the manufacturer's specifications, which is to put the corner strips in here. And this is a fairly involved process, but we're going to do a corner piece in here and then waterproof the whole thing. It's pretty foolproof, but if you build it up too much, or you'll start to lose your 90 degrees in the corner, which is very important. So this tool here, a drywaller's corner trowel, is a technique that I've just been using to make sure I keep a 90-degree corner. Then all you want to do is make sure that you're spreading out, pushing out the thin set a little bit from behind the membrane. The moisture in the thin set, the soupy mix, will start to get sucked into the dryness of the backer board, and my curdy may not bond properly. So I got to be very quick here, go all the way around, start the sheet here, go all the way around. So we'll start in this corner, and we'll do this whole sheet from the center down and up, just the way the lines are going.
Yep.
and then up. Start at the words in the middle, go down. And once you've got that corner good, like you see that mortar start coming out like that, then don't mess with it anymore and try not to pull it off the wall. So here we can see our overlap starting to take place. This piece is going over the corner piece that I put in earlier. And then we're gonna do another one across here. We're gonna do the tray, and we're gonna actually completely waterproof this bathroom, which is gonna be wicked.
See, this one here goes with these two colors, right? Especially the black. This will be the bathroom floor there.
All right.
The only other thing is paint. So today, we've come in, now the drywall's up, the plaster's done. We give it a primer coat so we can see any imperfections, which we see minor. You know, something so minor like this, I love it. That easily is filled later with a little bit of dry decks. And object now is to tile and paint to the tile. So we will today tile this area and the floor and start the other bathroom as well. Before you know it, sink, toilet, trim, paint, out. Well, I've already checked everything and put up pieces of tile and marked it off to see how it would fit in the back wall. We should be almost perfect with the back wall. We may have to cut a sliver off of that side.
Right.
So I'll start on this side. Our tub is level. We've designed it that it has a 1/16 of an inch inflow, so we'll make sure that our tiles are just off the bottom. Okay,
At the distance back. Okay.
Same distance as a grout joint.
Right.
And I'll start here. Once I get this area done, you continue, and the two of us will just try not to rub elbows. And
That sounds good.
Did you bring a rubber ducky?
No.
Now, something else we want to do, I don't care which way we start. The idea is to do a horizontal grid line and not vertical, because if it's vertical, it tends to slide down. Horizontal tends to hold it in place. So you can start any way you want to get the wall. And then
go that way.
Yeah. Right. So Damon, I actually want to start just above the tub, okay?
Yeah.
The idea is that I'm going to push it down rather than let it fall down. So I'm just going to push it to where I want it.
I see.
And it'll stay there rather than trying to pull it up or anything like that.
Right.
Now, we have a mesh back. Because we have a mesh back, we don't have to butter the back of the tile.
Okay.
So we'll just trowel the wall, put them in place, make sure we rub it all in so it grabs nicely.
Okay.
Just want to do a border right there.
Oh, that'd be nice with the other tile.
Yeah. So what do we think? 2, 3.
I like 3.
I like 3 too. I knew I wanted to add some extra color to it, so I thought, you know what, we'll create a border. This is a great solid color to continue out the tub and then break it with a border. And as we go, I may step back and add another one in, but normally to keep your border low looks really good instead of having it high.
I really like it the way it is.
Just the one?
Yeah, I really do.
Keep it low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree with you. Let's keep it simple. Mud it right up to here, right across.
2 sections.
You mud, I'll tile. Last tile is really a pain in the butt, but it looks gorgeous when it's up. Now, this is obviously a back to the tile, and what they've done is it looks like they painted it so much that our thin set that we use doesn't bleed through it. The important thing, honestly, is to take a look at it and see if you see any bad tile sitting in place. If you do, cut it out now. Because once we adhere it, we can't see it, right? Now we're gonna put up all these tile, we're gonna let it set a bit, we're gonna wet this down and then pull the paper off. If you pull it off too soon, you pull the tiles off. Honestly, this is some of the hardest tiles to lay. If you wanna look at another hard one, it would be granite on the floor, because it must be perfectly straight. This is forgiving because it's less than 1 inch by 1 inch, and each tile, it is forgiving, but at the same token, I can't see the tile. Fun? Wow. Maybe we can leave the paper up and freak them out. It's grabbing it good, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good trowel for backsplash.
Like any other tile, you really got to have a good eye to look at all your lines. The real problem is having paper in front. I'm going to concentrate that I'm nice and true on this, and I can feel it actually by running my hands over it and making sure I have the same space in between each and every row. By having that, I'm going to make sure that I'm in line within reason. Because it's a small tile, we can maneuver it and manipulate it, and really it works to our advantage. It's something you take your time on. We're talking $3,000 worth of glass tile here. A lot of money. This adhesive is just grabbing it, so that's fantastic. Why do I always gotta pick the hard stuff? Always, always, always. Oh, don't keep it simple. No. Gotta go for the look, right? Could have used any towel. Could have used porcelain, could have used slate. No, I gotta pick glass. All right, your turn. I'm wearing square by quite a bit. I'm not impressed. Holy crap, look at that. These three get done in the order that we have it.
Yeah.
Not on the top at all, not on the bottom at all.
I'm down with that. I like that.
Yeah?
Yep.
This wall to this wall is unsquare. I mean, our tub's right against the outside wall, so they'd obviously built the walls totally out. Yippee-yi-yay. Here we go. This shows you the importance of any time you're going to tile is to check the room for square. How do you do that? Do you just take the square and put it up in the corner of the walls? No. Lay out some tiles, compare it to the tub, what's it going to be like from the tub to the outside door, and then to start to determine how you're going to hide an unsquare finish. Personally, I'd like to come full tile off the tub, full tile off of this wall. I want two surfaces, so two walls that I'm going to come off of square. I'm not so worried about this wall with the cabinet, the toilet. But since I can't come off this, I now have to come off the tub and create the illusion that it's square. So we'll back it off, we'll do a cut against the wall so each cut goes in. Only a trained eye would see that it's unsquare, but we don't have a choice, because if we just went off the tub and tried to go off this wall, we'd throw the whole bathroom out. If you notice, you see how I lay my tile? Keep it close to the other ones, push it down and over. Trying not to allow it to ooze up in between, right? Just gonna push it down to create equalness. Cutting out for the toilet. So I'm drawing a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's under the toilet. With the grinder, we can just take the wheel and cut around it, cut around it, cut around it, and then knock it out. That's what I would like. I don't want to see a piece under the toilet. Big mistake. So we'll see how he does with the grinder.
No, you're doing perfect. Keep going around like that. I just want you to go a little wider. Okay? Because you've got forgiveness, because
I figured you could use that thing and snap it after.
That's part of it, but I'm just saying you're gonna have forgiveness anyway because the toilet's gonna sit on top of that.
Okay, so it's going outside line a little more.
That's right. Okay. You're doing great.
Thanks, sir. Spent more time in this bathroom than the other one doubled. Anytime you use smaller tiles, it's a huge challenge. You know, obviously the bigger the tile, the easier, the faster it is. The smaller the tile is quite the opposite. It's the longer it takes. You've got so much cleaning to do to set up for the grout. Hours. The patience of making sure every tile looks perfect with every other tile. It's so much easier with a big tile. But, so you're using sanded?
Yeah, you can see here that the tile, that joint, once it's grouted, because the tiles are rounded and stuff, is over 1/8 of an inch. So whenever I can use sanded, I want to use the sanded.
I agree with that.
I don't want to see it come up. Well, all we got to do is make sure we let this set up nice, you know? Just pick the right time to come and sponge it all off. But it'll be strong, like it'll be like a concrete wall instead of like, you don't get any strength out of unsanded.
This is the last day here, and usually the plumber's last guy in, so trying to get everything installed. 2 washrooms, a couple hours, Should be out of here. It's a lined toilet tank, meaning there's styrofoam on the inside. Prior toilets didn't have them, and what you'll see, a lot of the homeowners will notice in the summertime, the tanks with the cold water inside and the hot air on the outside of the tanks will condensate and sweat, and it'll drip. And a lot of calls I get when I go into people's houses is my toilet's leaking. And I go under, I check everything, but it's just the condensation sweating from the tank falling down on the floor.
Look at that. That's incredible.
That's a good
6.5 liter flush. Boom.
Hey. Might as well take the shingles out.
I'm ready to get the homeowners. Nice. I think I'll close this. I'll let you open the door.
Oh, really?
Let's walk right in.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is beautiful.
This is awesome.
A little different?
Yes.
Oh, wow. This is outstanding.
All right, let's start. You already knew what we found, okay? Now, what have we done? We replaced your sink cabinet, your sink, your taps. We kept your medicine cabinet because it worked for me. We kept your mirror, new light, new fan, new light in the shower because that really makes a difference for me. And I used a steel tub.
Yay!
Okay, because I wanted to prove a point. I could have put in an acrylic, I could have done anything, but it was really important to me to put in a steel tub in this bathroom to show the difference. A high quality tub compared to a low quality tub. How many times do I gotta see it? Brand new homes done wrong. Okay, but are they done wrong? No, because minimum code requirement says they're not wrong, but they are wrong. If we're finding mold in a brand new home, there's reasons why. It's the products we're using and the procedures that we're doing with the wrong products. Tile on the floor.
Yes.
Sure beats the linoleum.
Beautiful.
It does.
And
I like the way you
underneath,
finish it off with the trim.
to me, you know what, that's important. Dress it up, it's important. Underneath this, we have D-Trip. On the walls, we have Curdy. It's a waterproof product, as well as underneath the tile is designed to take the tile based on a 200-year-old theory. I love the product. So this is 100% watertight. With everything else, the mold that we found, again, is ridiculous. You're never gonna see that again. Think like a builder for a moment. What does a builder wanna do? He's gonna build 300 houses. He's gonna find the company with the cheapest tubs. Does it make sense? 300 houses? I say what, 20 bucks a tub? Think about the dollars there. The 2x2 tile with a little bit of a border in there. Keep it simple,
beautiful.
Just give it a look.
It looks so much bigger in here now.
Yeah, we used to have the bulkhead that came down, well, to about the height of the shower rod now.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And I mean,
makes
Gary's,
the room just much bigger.
Gary's 6'2", I'm 5'7", and you're at the shower head and you're kind of ducking to get under the shower.
Love that white.
Yeah,
Yes, I do
I
very
love
much.
the pictures that you've picked. They're perfect.
So far,
Very
so
Art
good?
Deco. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, let's see the other one. The homeowners never win on this one. They never win. Even when it comes to new home warranty, their hands are tied. Why are their hands tied? Because as long as it's done to minimum code requirement, they can't do anything.
Oh my gosh.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes.
This is exactly what I wanted.
What we did is we have a kit that can convert from a tub to a shower stall, so that's exactly what we did. We converted it over. I changed the colors just a bit. The light is the same. I picked black and a white, okay? And highlighted, if you notice, that's all glass tile in there.
That's Oh,
all
it is.
glass.
Wow.
So I highlighted it with accents of black tiles in the middle, which gives it just a little bit of a look. Again, the same toilet, curb, again, all the waterproof products, mold free on the drywall. And I give you on this one, because the other one's a three-way, the timer switch, okay? For this wonderful fan that is going to pull everything out of here.
Now the fan isn't going to be on all day.
Is that quiet?
That's amazing.
New taps.
Oh yeah.
And a little more fancier in here.
Yes.
Just something that goes
Yes.
with the black and white look, as well as that beautiful glass tile.
Oh, this is wonderful.
That's amazing. I love this glass tile.
Do you?
Oh.
Who is left holding the bag? The homeowner, each and every time. Until we stand up, squawk, make a difference, or at least educate ourselves and let the builder know this is how we want it done. I truly want to see the builder stand up and say, hey, we build the best homes available. I think they're going to sell better. Makes sense to me.
The work that you guys did is just unbelievable. And we can't thank you enough.
So I've done my job?
And then some.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. No matter
Pleasure
what,
is
keep
mine.
smiling and
Thanks,
enjoy
Mike.
the shower.
We will.
Thank you
I
so
love that
much.
you can see through it, I really do. I'll see you next time.
You bet.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
As usual, you guys are awesome, Micah.
Right on,
Great job, man.
Thank
You're
you,
getting
sir.
better every day. Sean, the master.
Thank you, brother.
I tell
Thank
you,
you very
Golgi.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Nice work, Dan.
Dan the man.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Get it, boy.
A1 Plumbing.
Good game. Nice lot of plumbing.
Good job. Everybody have a good night. Get some rest, because
Will do.
tomorrow you're not going to believe what we have to do. We'll see you all in the morning.
Take it easy, Mike.
Thanks. Good job. We'll see ya. Say goodbye to neighbors.